Hello, unlimited friends. It's Zara back again with Q&A about the law of attraction and its application to our lives. The question today was submitted by MaryAnn, and her question is, how do I know if my third eye is open? MaryAnn, thank you so much for sending in your question. I think it's a very relevant question because those of us who are on a spiritual journey, we want our third eye to be open. So in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you what it means. How do you know when your third eye is open? How is your life different when your third eye is open? How are you different when your third eye is open? Let's get started. So the very first thing I want you to know is that your third eye is the eye with which you are able to see, feel, and interpret non-physical energy. So we have these two eyes, these are our physical eyes, and they are able to see physical things, hard knock on wood stuff, things in the 3D world. But we all know that there is a non-physical world of spirit, world of energy. And we have the ability to tap into that world. That gives us so much more power. This is what channeling is all about. Channeling is about being able to read energy and to interpret the messages that are coming from non-physical into physical words. This is the process that I follow when I bring you answers. So your third eye is open when you have the wisdom to ignore those people, events, and things that are low on the emotional scale that take you away from love. Your third eye is open when you prioritize love, when your priorities are based on an understanding of how energy moves in order to create manifestations. There are non-physical connections between things that we can't see with our eyes. For example, if my non-physical self would be able to see the connection between this water bottle and this cell phone, but my physical eye sees these two as separate things. In the world of energy, things that don't seem to be connected in the 3D world are connected by energy, by vibration, because things are on the same vibration. So everything has an energy. And if I use these two pens to show you, this is A and this is B, and they're both vibrating. If A is vibrating over here, the frequency is over here at this level, and B is vibrating over here at this level, these two cannot connect because they're on different frequencies. When your third eye is open, you're able to see where A is and where B is. Whereas if your third eye is not open, then these are just two people, two individuals, and you can't see where they are energetically speaking. So you can't see the connections between things. And if you can't see the connections between things, you can end up making the wrong decisions. You can end up making the wrong inferences about them. And therefore, things then don't turn out the way you want them to. There was a time when I lived my life in the reactionary world, from the reactionary mode. Things would happen and I would react to them. For example, if someone said something hurtful to me, I would react by saying something even more hurtful to them. That's the reactionary mode. If I had a fight with my husband, I would react by banging a door or screaming at him. The thing that shifted when my third eye opened is that I realized that I needed a timeout, that when my energy was at a low place on the emotional scale, that I should not take any action at all. It was about me withdrawing, calming myself down, returning to a place of love before taking any action. That's how you behave when your third eye is open. So, when my third eye opened, I began to see the non physical energetic connections between things, what we do and what happens next. Because in the physical 3D reality world, we don't see those connections. In the 3D reality world, if I drop an apple, only the apple drops. But in the non physical world, if I drop the apple, oranges can also fall. And being able to see those kinds of connections changes the way we act, changes the way we think. So, you see, we have a tendency to react immediately and not take the time to return to a higher vibration. Allow ourselves, our cork to rise, as Abraham would say. We don't take the time to allow our cork to rise back up the emotional scale to a place of love. And this is why we lack wisdom. Wisdom comes when your third eye is open, because your decisions, what you say, what you do, and what you think completely changes. And you always return to love. Have you ever reacted too soon? Have you ever been in a place where you reacted immediately and then you regretted your reaction? That is an indication that your third eye is not yet open. Because when your third eye is open, we all do that kind of thing until we go through our spiritual awakening and our third eye opens. And when our third eye opens, we start prioritizing differently. We prioritize harmony and love and co-creation instead of prioritizing being right. And the good thing about this is, once your third eye is open, you can never go back to being ignorant. Once you go through your spiritual awakening and you understand the value of the wisdom that comes from a place of acting from a place of love, you can never go back. You can never go back to being who you were before that. And that is a good news, because we always want to come from a place of love. Dr. Wayne Dyer, for whom I have so much love and respect, he used to say the words, whatever the question, love is the answer. Love is the answer to everything. And so there are those people living among us today whose third eye is open, and they will always come from a place of love. They are not judgmental. They reserve judgment. They are not quick to judge other people and other people's actions and their words. They take the time not to take all of that personally or seriously. And they have the ability to remove themselves and be able to see the bigger picture. And in the bigger picture, love is always what we return to, because that is the only important thing. So MaryAnn, thank you so much for sending in your question. I hope that this answer helps you to understand the opening of the third eye. And so in summary, what I want to say to you is, if you find yourself being reactionary, judging people, being too quick to respond, and responding from a reactionary place, then you still have work to do to open your third eye. The good news is that the opening of the third eye is something that anyone can do. It just takes a little bit of work, a little bit of patience, a little bit of understanding. But when it happens very quickly. And it's not a physical phenomena. A lot of people make the mistake of thinking that the third eye is somewhere over here and you can open it by pressing your forehead, your pituitary gland. No, no, no. It has nothing to do with any hormone or gland. It has to do with your heart. It has to do with always coming from a heart-based place. And that has nothing to do with pressing your forehead. Your third eye is not over here. Your third eye is your ability to remove yourself from the 3D realm and be able to see, look from here, from above, from the vantage point of source, from the vantage point of the universe. So in other words, the opening of the third eye is similar to, or it is in fact, a place of alignment, a place where you are so aligned that you are one with source, and your vantage point is the vantage point of source instead of being a 3D vantage point. All right, folks, I'm going to leave you there. For those of you who are new on my channel, welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name is Zara Mahoon. I write the blog zmahoon.com. And as a result of the work that I do, people who feel lost or stuck in life are able to get unstuck and start living the life of their dreams. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, head over to my website where all the information that you need is available to you. Bye for now.